Hey guys, welcome to Gida's production, and in today's tutorial we're going to look about if statements. If statements, we can use them to determine whether something is happening or not. We can explain it using the code. But before we get started with the codes, let's look a little bit more about integers, strings and boolean values. An integer is just a number. A string is a string is an alphabetical or I can just say that these are just letters. Simple to say this. Let's take for instance, we are now looking at integers. Let me comment on top. Integers. So integers, we can give a like the value of 2 and b the value of 5. So automatically a becomes 2 because a we have initialized it to 2, or a is equal to 2. So this simply says that a is also equal to 2. A is 2 on its own. So if we try to print something like print a, here the results we will get will be 2 because we are printing a and a is equal to 2. So like we want to know where to determine the type of integer. Is it a float or just an integer? And to determine this, we can use this type function. You see here we have an int. Int is a short term for integer. Let's take for instance 2, we make it 2.5, then we print a. You see here where there's int, then it will change to float. Yeah, have it here as a float. And strings, these are just simply letters. For instance, like name is equal to James. And here when I try to print name, the results will be James. Here we have it. And like for boolean values, these are ways we use like to determine whether something is happening or it's not happening or it will happen. Let's take for instance like, okay, I'll use them in an if statement. Like is going is equal to true. So let's take for instance like if someone is going to the market, then they'll buy fruits. Else, if they are not going to the market, then they will not buy fruits. So else is an opposite of an if statement. If, it definitely means that we are going to do something, but if you are not going to do that thing, then we'll do another thing. So if we are not going to the market to buy fruits, then we are doing nothing. So we can print nothing is, or we are doing nothing. So let's print here, and the function to be executed should be here on top because is going is equal to true, and if an if statement is equal to true, then whatever is indented below the if statement is going to be printed. And if the if statement is equal to false, then whatever is wrong is going to be printed under the else statement. So let's try and build this. So yeah, you see here, if you are going to the market, then you will buy fruits. Then if you are not going to the market, So here let's make it false. So if you're not going to the market, then we are doing nothing. Here we are doing nothing. I think you have a quick foundation of if statements, and we can also use like if, else if, and else if can come only between if and else statement. So like here, if we're maybe going to the pool or visiting some places, so we can use the elif function which consists of else and if. Elif is going, print I'm visiting a place, so we just print visiting. So when you try and learn this, since the is going function is equal to false, so what should be printed here is this one we already printed. Then let's see what we will get when we try to change this to true, whether the first one will be printed or the second one. Okay, we got the first one since it's the first one on the list, and we can get the elif function if something is not happening with the if statement and something is not happening with the else statement. And we can, let me give you an example of this. Let's try and give an integer of a, age is equal to 15. Then if the age, if age is equal, is greater or less than 15, or let me make it 20. If the age is less or is greater or equal to 20, then print you are odd. Then elif the age is greater or is less or equal to 10, then we print you are young. Else print try again. So here when we try to learn this function, what we get, if here we've initialized age to equal to 15. So like just if the statement of the age being less than or equal to 15 is equal to true, then we'll get this. If the age is, first I try to print this so that I can explain it. Yeah. Oh, sorry guys, I was just answering a call. Yeah, now here now at least I can try and explain this in a better way. Here we can only print this if the age is greater or equal to 20. If it's less, if the age is 19, then it will print something else. But if the age is just 20 and above, then this function will be executed. Let's try this. 25, and get you are very old. And if the age is only is less or equal to 10, something like 1, 2, 0, 0.5, for as long as the age is less than 10 or equal to 10, let's take for instance it's 5. Then we are going to print this function out. So let's try and build this function. Yeah, you are young. But since we haven't said anything about the age between 10 to 20, whether it's 11, 15 or 18, these ages have not been listed here in the statements. So when we try to write something like 12 or 13, so this will print out try again, because how can I explain it? It's like here this function only prints out when the age is greater or equal to 20. So when it's 100, 1000, whatever value you give it, this function will learn for as long as the age is greater or equal to 20. And this following function, this following statement, the age can only this can only be printed once the age is less or equal to 10. And the following function, this code can only learn when the age is less than 10 or is greater than 10 but less than 20. But 20 and 10 must be excluded. We shouldn't include them. So here let's take for instance like the way printed, the way we if you have an age of 12. So when you try to build this, we'll get try again, since 12 is not in this function. Yeah, try again. Yeah, I guess in today's tutorial we are done. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you guys.